When a millionaire meathead starts threatening Joe Rogan with death matches, enema buckets, and restraining orders, something has gone very wrong.
Joe Rogan, I'm calling you out. My name's Liberty. Man to man. I'm picking a fight with you.
This isn't just some influencer drama. It's a public spiral that might go down as one of the most bizarre breakdowns in internet history. And if you've ever wondered how online fame can completely ruin a person, you might want to stick around. Oh, and while you're here, hit that subscribe button. We cover the wildest influencer meltdowns every week. Brian Johnson, better known as the Liver King, burst onto the internet like a bicep vein under pressure. His brand, eating raw meat, living like a caveman, and screaming about ancestral tenets while promoting overpriced supplements. He swore up and down that he was natty, all natural. No steroids, just liver, sun, and primal rage.
He's got an ass full of steroids. And number one, I don't do it.
Despite the fact that he looked like a WWE villain dipped in creatine, he insisted his physique came from bone marrow and barbaric workouts. He appeared on podcasts, gained millions of followers, and built a multi-million-dollar empire off raw organs and raw intensity. But behind the shredded abs and testosterone-fueled slogans, something was festering. It didn't take long before people started asking the obvious question: how does a middle-aged man look like a Marvel character without any gear? Derek from More Plates, More Dates, the man who exposed Liver King's secret steroid stack, $11,000 a month worth of synthetic juice, to be exact. Alongside him, Joe Rogan had already called Liver King out publicly, calling him mentally unwell and full of shit.
Jack, do we have a fucking... now that we know that he's full of shit, we're talking about the Liver King.
The internet turned fast. The ancestral fantasy shattered. Even his Netflix documentary, meant to rebrand him, just made things worse. It showed a man spiraling, a wife enabling, and a son, Stryker, who looked like he was counting down the days until college freedom. But what came next wasn't just a PR disaster, it was a full-blown public breakdown. Shortly after the documentary aired, Liver King's Instagram turned into a horror show. He appeared filthy, shirtless, covered in scratches, babbling nonsense. One pupil was reportedly larger than the other. He posted about enemas, shitting in the shower, and honor fights with Joe Rogan. He claimed he hadn't slept in days. He said he was ready to die. He begged Joe to choke him out, literally calling it his dream. This wasn't just weird influencer content. This was disturbing. The tone had shifted from primal to psychotic. And when he brought his family and weapons into the mix, things escalated fast.
We're gonna go somewhere today here in Austin. If anybody knows where Seth Rogen's, the other version of him that rhymes with blow, if anyone knows where his family's going to be today, if you could let my team know so that we can stay within 200 yards, not close to them, to stay.
At some point, Liver King decided he needed to settle the score in person. He packed up a fleet of vehicles, brought his dogs, his family, and a mysterious box rumored to contain a gun. He posted videos saying, "You're dead, Joe," while dancing around in a hoodie promoting a Liver King versus Rogan fight. He even claimed the password to his Wi-Fi was "Fuck you, Joe Rogan." He wasn't joking. He was convinced this fight needed to happen and that he was the chosen one to make it happen. He even tried to bait Joe by offering $1 million to charity if Rogan accepted. That was enough for law enforcement to step in, and not a moment too soon. While camped out in Austin, Liver King was arrested for making terroristic threats. The police caught up with him at the Four Seasons, where, ironically, he prayed with his family before being taken in. His wife seemed oddly calm. His son, Stryker, visibly scared. The court ordered Liver King to stay 200 yards away from Rogan, wear an ankle monitor, and undergo a full mental health evaluation. He was released on bond, but the chaos didn't stop there. You'd think that would be rock bottom. But Liver King wasn't done yet. Just hours after being released, Liver King was back online. The Instagram rants continued, but now he had to play it smart, referring to Joe as Seth Rogan to avoid legal consequences. He kept calling for a fight. He claimed he wasn't on any drugs, just fueled by ancestral passion. He even suggested the rumored weapon in his box was just a gift for Joe and his team. And in a twisted turn of logic, he kept posting clips featuring his sons, almost like he was dragging them into his public undoing. If this was content strategy, it was the most dangerous one yet. Online, people started asking the same question: is this drugs, psychosis, or something even darker?
Guess what? You're dead, bitch.
Theories swirled. Meth use, roid rage, sleep deprivation. But then people remembered something from the Netflix doc. Liver King grew up without a father. His childhood idols were Conan and Rambo. He spent decades chasing validation from fictional tough guys. And now, it seemed, the internet and Joe Rogan had become his final father figure to conquer. The saddest part, his son, Stryker, looks checked out in every clip, and his wife, whether manipulated or complicit, just lets it all play out. Even fans who once laughed began expressing genuine concern. What started as a circus act was looking more like a cry for help. What looked like a clown show now felt like a cautionary tale. Liver King's downfall isn't just about steroids or chasing clout. It's about what happens when your online persona consumes your actual personality, when you build an empire on raw meat and lies, and the mask slips just long enough to reveal the man behind it.
And in the hands that are actually going to do something to you of consequence because you deserve it
and that man, he's clearly not okay. Whether this saga ends in rehab, prison, or something far worse, one thing's for sure. Joe Rogan never even had to lift a finger. Let me know what you think. Is Liver King faking it for attention, or is this the real him? Drop a comment, say a prayer for Stryker, and don't forget to like and subscribe. We've got plenty more internet chaos to cover.